Do you know where the bomb is?
No.
Does anyone else know where the bomb is?
Probably not.
Do you want innocent people to die?
I mean, doesn't matter.
I think that we shouldn't torture him. I think that would be mean, and he might not even know what's going to happen.
I don't think we should either.
We both think that he shouldn't be tortured.
Well, I completely disagree. I think he should, because if he does know where the bomb is, then we need to torture and get the answer out of him. That's the only way to do it.
But don't you feel bad?
No.
According to deontologists, the act of torture cannot be justified, as we would not accept it being universalized and potentially being used against us. To torture him is to use him as a means only. This information is from International Relations website.
Using the torture technique, there are many problems that could be wrong with this. It is rarely, if ever, likely to be certain that a potential torture subject knows the information that might be required to prevent a large harm from occurring. Torture is an unreliable technique to extract such information. Not least, people will say anything to avoid being tortured. There are other more effective techniques than torture which can be employed to divulge this information. If there's enough time to torture somebody to extract this information, then there is enough time to pursue other avenues to secure the bomb. Allowing torture on rare occasions will sometimes result in a slippery slope situation where torture is routinely used.
This scenario is a perfect example of the ticking time bomb justification of torture. The ticking time bomb justification aims to show that in certain circumstances, just about everybody will agree that it is right to torture a suspect. Thus, for example, the American attorney Richard Posner has stated that if torture is the only means of obtaining the information necessary to prevent the detonation of a nuclear bomb in Times Square, torture would be used, and will be used to obtain the information. No one who doubts that this is the case should be in a position of responsibility. The ticking bomb scenario provides a straightforwardly utilitarian justification of torture. There is some large harm that is about to occur. The only chance to stop that harm is to inflict some considerably smaller harm on somebody you think might be able to reveal the information that will prevent the large harm. The risk that you will needlessly torture someone who cannot or will not reveal the requisite information is counterbalanced by the chance that you will prevent the much larger harm. Therefore, it is sometimes right to torture.
According to virtue ethics and deontological ethics, we should not torture him, because then the bad that may come from that will outweigh the potential good.
But according to the utilitarianistic viewpoint of ethics, we should torture him because by causing a little bit of harm, we will be preventing a greater harm.
There are many problems with the torture technique, and I don't agree that we should torture him either, just like her.
So let's see how this scenario will play out. We don't want to torture you. If you can just tell us where the bomb is, we can avoid torturing you. You won't get hurt.
Yeah, you won't get any harm. But if you don't tell us, then we're going to have to bring in the other guy, and he's going to torture you until you tell him.
But what if I just don't know?
You don't know anyone who knows. You don't have any information.
No one else knows.
No.
You have no clue where it's at.
No.
Nothing that can help us.
I mean, it could be underneath this desk.
What do you want? What do you want? We can give you anything you want to prevent you from killing all these people.
$1 billion.
All right, let's bring in the other guy.
Yeah, he's not taking us seriously.
Where's the bomb?
I don't know.
You're lying.
How do you know?
I know.
How?
I think you just don't want to tell me because you don't want to get busted.
For what?
For building a bomb. Where is it? God.
What?
Hi, this is Goldtooth. If you think it is right to torture me, it is likely you think that the morality of an action is partly determined by its intended outcome, which in this instance is to avoid catastrophic suffering. You do not think that the use of torture is ruled out as a matter of principle. If you do not think it is right to torture me, it is likely You think that there is more to morality than simply a concern with the consequences of actions. You think that torture is wrong as a matter of principle. It is possible you do not believe that tricking bomb scenarios accurately describe any possible real-world situations.